Cal, you'll be proud of me. I started watching anime.
Oh, what did you start watching?
Which one?
Is it pronounced anime?
Anime.
Anime. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I did it.
Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, and I couldn't get through it because of that. Like it's just too much.
Like once you get to the Frieza saga, it's like a dead standstill. Like that show like slows to a grinding halt.
I know, but hey,
But it's
listen.
so
Here's the thing,
good.
though. The other thing that always slows to a grinding halt because it's edited poorly is
Wow.
this episode of Lasting Insight.
Insight.
Welcome back, and I burden you for taking the time, but this is Lasting Insight, and you're watching Lasting Light Media. I'm just one of the random faces in the crowd, Travis Troller. We got Josh Needle behind the camera, and we have my main man right here, Cal Meehan. Hi, Calvin.
Hello, Travis, and thanks for the wonderful introduction. Also joining us today is Greg from Nerd Culture.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight, Greg?
I don't know
I'm
where
good. Why
putting it on the screen.
Why did you have to attack Josh in the opening?
Because he never
Thank
edits
you.
these things.
Thank you, Greg.
Like,
Coming
why do
to
you have to
defend me.
attack Josh?
That's
Cal
I didn't
just
even
sits back
notice
and
it
lets it
this
happen.
time. I didn't even notice it this time because Travis has conditioned it into every episode. He's a bully. That's what he is. Travis
Yeah.
needs to be taught a lesson.
You know
I
what?
will die
Travis?
before all of you. Don't worry.
Oh God.
It's going to
Oh,
be
God,
okay.
no.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be tough love because that's the lesson that we have to learn in order to make it
Well,
through
you don't
life.
have to. I mean, if you want to continue the cycle of abuse that your parents brought upon you, I guess you can do
Oh
that.
no, that's the crazy. That's the crazy. Wait, hold on. I gotta like reset. Hold on.
Gotta reset.
Oh, that's funny. The way you just kind of like listed your way through it was fantastic. No, but that's the surprising thing. There was no abuse. I'm just weird on my own.
Verbal abuse is abuse.
I didn't
It
even
is.
get that. I didn't get that.
Travis,
Oh,
do you
wait, I
think
did. Not my parents.
Travis,
though. There it
you
is.
think Travis, were you bullied in elementary and middle and high school?
Oh, hands
Yes.
down. Hands down.
Do you
Yes.
think you think that has anything to do?
Oh,
with
that has
why-
100. No, that has
Okay.
100%.
You think
to
because
do
the
with
fact that
why I'm
now-
this.
Do you think it's because now that you're like two or three times the size of any of those kids, you feel a superiority complex? And
No,
now you feel
not
like
at
you
all.
need to tower over everyone.
I'm being an asshole to you, Josh.
But, like-
But if we decided to fight, I'm not going to feel. First off, I feel like I'd win. With you, I feel like I'd win. But like, I don't feel like that confident. I don't like be like I'm bigger, so blah blah. I've always been the big kid. Like, no, I'm very much a small, delicate animal inside. I'm trying to get you to peel back the layers,
But
peel
that's
back
so
the layers,
weird, though.
and find the creature that's shivering in the cold.
Hey, Travis,
That
has
needs
anyone
help.
ever told you that you should be a therapist?
I mean, I
No.
could do it.
No, they shouldn't.
No.
The answer is no.
I feel like if I was a therapist, listen, if I was a therapist, it would be they would sit down and they'd be like, so tell me how you're feeling. And the second they start talking, I
You
just
would
cut them off and
yell
go,
at them.
oh boy, that reminds me of a story. Listen, so about me. And I just start going. And then like after an hour and a half, they're like, can we talk about me now? I'd be like, ooh, we're going to have to wait till next week.
Oh, your time is up.
That's going to be $375,000. Yeah, high rates I had. Oh, you didn't know that? You should have read it. You should have read it. You should have read the.
Should've read the
Signed the
fine
waiver.
print.
Yeah,
You
it's
signed it.
I mean, I got a verbal and written contract. I mean, I wouldn't want to have this conversation, but if we have to.
I honestly
That's how I
like
am.
couldn't see you being bullied in like elementary or like high school just because I feel like since you were like the tall kid, like why
Oh,
would
he
anyone
wasn't the tall
like,
kid. He was just the fat kid.
Yeah, and I still am
were
the
you
fat
not
kid.
tall?
Thank you,
when
Josh.
Did you get tall?
I don't know, but
Like,
the thing is,
jeez.
though, it doesn't matter what size you are. Kids, when they're small, are fucking ruthless. They'll stand in front of a car and be like, "I can take it." Like they're just
Yeah,
so
I had-
fucking stupid.
I was a
It's
chubby
just
I was a
dumb.
chub I was a chubby kid, and there was a kid who was like 2 years younger than me and at least a foot and a half shorter than me and tried to bully me.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
kids are awful.
I know.
Like,
we
I
we
was-
just haven't learned how to conceal our hate and say it behind people's backs.
I broke
Uh.
his glasses. So
Oh, see, there you
You
go.
actually
Josh,
did something, Josh?
Nice.
Yeah.
Josh
I'm
only
shocked.
Josh
Then I
only
got
brought it
kicked
up
off the
just
school
so he
bus.
could like do the whole like, oh, I hit him back and get like points. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't
no,
fucking
like-
care.
Like in a weird way, like that's how I dealt with like one of my bullies growing up. Like this kid would like always bully me, and until I just like kicked him in the nuts like so hard. And
So you
after
killed
that,
his
we
children.
actually became really good friends. He
Yeah,
invited me
because
to his birthday party that year. I was
After
just
you
like,
kicked him in the
"All right."
nuts, you guys shared a Guardians of the Galaxy moment where he's like, the first time you missed, but the second time.
no, it's like you earned his respect
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
It's
the
just
second you hit
in a
him,
weird
everything
way.
slowed down and everything got quiet. You just heard him go, good one.
It's like you dominated him, so he respected you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like an animal kingdom for the bullies.
No, you
It
had
really
you had
is.
You're like-
Greg, you had an anime moment. After you kicked him, everything locked into place for a second and it just cut to his eyes. He was like, go. And then he goes, how is this possible?
His power level. is
And then
so
you're just sitting there
high.
going like, I can tell you how it's fucking possible. And just,
I wonder what that kid is doing now.
he's probably getting
Not
surgery
having
on that
kids.
wrecked nutsack you just
No.
left him with.
No, I swift kick to the nuts and like, ooh, did not get bullied. Did not get bullied from him anymore. Other
Right.
taller kids, that was rough.
That's why Greg's friends with me, because he'll be like, appearances. If he's next to me, maybe nobody will do anything. But he and I both knows that they'll still try to do something. I'll be like, all right, Greg, what do we do? Do I throw you at them? I don't know.
Like as soon as we get into the situation, we're just like, run.
I'm just like, we look at each other and then like look back at them and go, Greg, get on my back, and you go and start running.
How would that help either of you?
Because I don't know. I've
It'll
learned that
definitely throw 'em
make
off.
one
Like, they'll
form
pause
in
for
order
a
to get
second.
away quicker.
Yeah, they'll pause for the time it takes for you to climb up on his back, and then that's it. It's over.
He starts climbing up on my back in reality, like we're actually trying to do it, and all of a sudden, as he's almost up there, I get punched in the face. We both fall on the ground. I'm just like, Greg, I thought ahead. Ow, come in your face.
It didn't work. Oh God, he's wearing a ring.
Greg, we start crying. We're just like, Greg, let's use our words. Use our words.
Everything
boy.
slows down. Why do you feel you need to do this, sir? And they just start bawling. It's just like, it all started in 4th grade.
Guys, what are we fighting about? I sometimes wonder if that would ever work.
I feel like it might,
I think it would sometimes.
in certain situations. I feel like,
Not when you're 12.
okay, with
Usually not,
rational, with like people who can like logic. So basically, anyone 25 and up, maybe.
Maybe.
Some people grow up fast, and some people never grow up at all.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's true.
You write that?
If you didn't, you should.
That's a pretty poem you just gave me, Cal. Thank you so much for that.
That's a good one.
You're welcome.
Greg,
Me.
What are we
got?
talking about?
What do you got for us today?
Oh, well, I couldn't think of like one specific topic, and then I saw this thing where like John Mulaney and
Yay. Sorry, I
uh
like John Mulaney.
who was the guy that used to do the desk thing?
You got
Seth Meyer.
Yeah, like I saw them just like John Mulaney literally just like pulled out a book and like had like 4 questions for like Seth Meyer, and he was just like, and like it was literally just a 14-minute video of them just like talking and like reminiscing. It was
Well, I can guarantee you right now this will not be 14 minutes.
I can guarantee you that. But I did come up with questions.
And if you could see Josh's face, he's already regretting doing this. He's like, oh, Jesus.
No, like
I have
Ooh,
I have
I'm
things to
interested
pretend
now,
to
Greg.
edit.
What have you got here? What's going on?
my first question, rapid fire question for a lasting insight. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
No.
Really?
I believe some creepy shit could happen.
I don't know.
But I don't believe in all the shows on TV. Not a single fucking one of them. The second you're standing there like talking, all of a sudden you're like, oh, what's that? Did you hear that? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. There may be something here, but I know for a fact you didn't hear it. I know for a fact you didn't hear it.
Really?
I believe that there's potentially a spiritual life, but I don't think it's like it's necessarily all really like how it's perceived in movies, whether it's horror movies,
Yeah.
in documentaries. I feel like they maybe dot them up. I feel like it's like little things and shit. I'm open to ideas of stuff, and I'm just open to that, but I don't like necessarily like it. If I saw like something happen, it would take me a while to like really crack down like, oh, it's a ghost. Like I would think of more logical reasons. Obviously, I'm not going to jump right to ghost, but if nothing added up, I would, for the time being, concluded to I think it was some spiritual activity that's very interesting. On with my day.
Some type of paranormal activity.
I appreciate Travis's opinion, and I also
But it's fucking wrong.
no. That's not what I'm gonna say. It's not wrong because you can't prove it wrong. I agree that it's good to keep an open mind, and I would like to keep an open mind because I love the idea of ghosts and the paranormal, and I think that would add a lot of fun to real life. But I'm just the kind of
Be Danny
person
Phantom.
where
That'd be
I
cool.
just don't believe in anything unless there's some sort of proof or evidence to back it up. I can't say that ghosts aren't real. I'm just going to say I don't believe in them until I am given a reason to believe in them.
I mean, Cal, me and you are basically on the same page. I believe in the possibility, is what I'm saying.
I believe it's 99.9% not possible, but anything is
Hold on. Do me a favor, Cal. I
Yeah.
think that percentage will change once you take time out of your busy schedule to sit down and watch a classic film called Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
I thought you were gonna at least say Ghostbusters, but Ghost.
Nah,
Not Ghost.
Oh, look, Paranormal Activity doesn't work like Ghostbusters. It works like Ghost, where when you're doing pottery and all of a sudden you just feel somebody embrace you. That's Paranormal Activity.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Are you saying Cal is one day going to make love to a ghost?
No, I'm saying he's going to do pottery and then make
Josh,
love to a
how
ghost.
did you get that? How did you get that out of?
Because you haven't seen Ghost, so you don't know the scene.
Oh, does that happen?
Yes.
But
I was about to say, like, isn't that the scene? Like, isn't that
but
what
Josh,
happens?
it is interesting that you immediately go to sex.
Because that's what you brought up.
Sex.
I mean, like, that's the scene you brought up, though.
Also, sad note. It's probably going to be delayed when this comes out. Sean Connery died. Sad day. That old bastard.
What?
He really kept kicking.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Well, fuck off, I guess. Jesus.
No, I mean, like,
well, his ghost might be here.
Yeah,
that is true.
I channeled him just now.
Just now.
See, that's the thing. Like,
I have a hankering for some goulash.
It's like that's the thing. Like when people say like they can channel ghosts or like talk to them,
I find that bullshit. No, I find that bullshit.
That's when I stopped believing in it. I'm just like, no, there's like honestly, like if there was a ghost hanging around, like why would they just want to show up because you specifically want to talk to them?
The one thing
like, who are you?
The one thing I believe in the possibility of spiritual stuff, but it somehow channeling through somebody.
Yeah,
I cut it off there. I feel I'm like, no fucking way. Like if I'm sure of anything, it's that. Like those fucking palm readers are like, give me $25 and I'll tell you like what's going on. I'm like, no and no, because you're either going to tell me general shit that applies to anybody,
exactly.
or you're going to tell me shit that's wrong. And I hope it's the latter, because then I could sit there and go, that's never happened ever. So you got anything else for me? Like I just like it's so nah. Like no.
So I take it you're a big fan of astrology, then?
No.
You know what astrology is?
Does it have to do with the stars?
Hey.
Well, yeah,
kind of.
The star signs specifically.
Yeah, I don't really care. People like nowadays is like common conversation. Like, what's your sign? And I went, I don't know.
Yeah,
was I supposed to rehearse that? Like it's just like they give you like oh, you're this, so here's your personality traits and everything like that. I'm like, I mean,
you're supposed to rehearse. What would you be rehearsing?
Dude,
for
I've
these
heard
social
people like
interactions?
list these things off. Like I'm a setting Capricorn, a rising Leo, a
Can I make a
star
statement
crab.
right now?
Like
Greg,
what?
Greg, I'm gonna make a statement right now. People that are that into astrology are people that, oh God, here it comes. People that are that into astrology are basically people that know deep down inside that the personality is so bland that is the only thing they can find to dot themselves up to in order to seem unique. But it just makes them sound kind of pretentious. And I'm sorry you can believe in it, but I'm just like, I don't need to know my goddamn sign.
It's a very weird thing. Like I remember just in high school, like some people would like literally like send me like daily astrology things. I'm just like this is just very general. Like
yeah,
like this is just a very general sentence. Like this is just a sentence that can happen to anybody today.
I got a bad feeling about this. Just let me rephrase real quick. if you
I feel like you
talk,
just remembered someone specifically that you
it's
don't
still
want to
no,
piss
it's
off right
no.
now.
Yes, exactly. But also, it's still going to exclude people. So I'll still kind of apologize. But if you talk about it at lengths, like Greg's example was, like, oh well, I'm a this along with a this and a little sprinkle of this. I'm just like, stop. But if you're a
Alright.
person that just casually goes like, what sign are you? I'm like, I might be this. I'm like, all right, cool. That I can deal with that. That's a quick conversation. We're out. And also, Josh, you're wondering, do people really like judge other people based off of their astrological signs? Have you ever been on a dating app long enough to see somebody going like, I'm a Leo, sir. If you're a Nixon, then don't talk
You know
to me.
how
A Nixon?
I don't know.
What
You know how many-
Nixon?
Travis, do you know how many bios I actually read?
Yeah, you do seem like a guy
7.
that doesn't really think.
7.
They-
Ever? Maybe. Yeah.
They make them one sentence. You can't take the time.
All right,
Like, I would
Greg.
actually like write an entire novel for that. Like, you have to get to know me.
I'm gonna write a book called "Please Read the Bios." They will help.
They will actually help.
Yeah.
All right, what's question number 2?
Question number 2 was favorite mystical creatures.
Favorite mystical creature?
Yeah,
So, like, does mythology count, or do you mean like a cryptid? that
should.
people
Just-
thought.
just any like.
You mean mythical
Just-
creature or mystical?
Is there a difference?
I don't know. Is there a difference?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't feel
don't
like
know.
there is.
Whatever
I don't
creature
know.
you have in your head, we're gonna allow it to count. Okay, let's
Yeah.
not restrict ourselves. If we're picking multiple, I'll just start off the rattle. Centaurs, pretty cool, but they're not my fave.
What's your favorite?
Wow,
Do you
I
have
didn't
a
even
favorite?
think of centaurs.
I'm trying to think, because like first off, unicorns, they can go fuck themselves.
Unicorns
Why?
seem
They're
kind
a,
of terrible.
a horse with a point like that. Like wow, okay,
They also seem like very violent
yeah.
because
I mean,
like
sure,
that
makes it a
horn is
little cooler.
clearly used to like gore their enemies.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's like all it is a horse that it's one clear attack it has besides kicking you if you get behind it is going like all you got to do is just move. Like there's nothing special. I'm talking about like
Are we judging things based on their fighting ability?
I
I
am.
think he is.
Okay.
Listen,
Travis then.
if I'm in the woods out in nature and I see something, if I'm just like, oh, interesting, then it's not that great. But if I'm like, holy, look at that, like then I'm like, I'm in. A kraken.
A kraken?
That's a good choice.
I like that. That one's higher up on the list because of the fact that it's a like there's so many different iterations of it, so you can kind of like have full imagination with it, but also it lives in the part of the world that you have no idea. So like anytime you're out at sea, it's like it could be under me right now, waiting to strike.
That's actually terrifying.
Right?
That is
Like
absolutely
imagine
terrifying.
being on a ship and you're hanging over the ledge, just like hanging out. And you look down, all of a sudden you see something that looks like a formation underneath the water, but yet you're not moving past it. It's staying with you. And the second you have that thought of, huh, that's interesting, then you see it open up and you see this big eye just going.
Honestly, yours is more terrifying than.
That's actually that's
I am
actually
the
a
Kraken.
terrifying creature.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Travis, you could like
Be a
direct a
Kraken?
horror movie based on the Kraken and actually make it work.
Oh
I
yeah, you
could.
totally could.
I could. I'd make
Have
it
they-
psychological as hell, where it's like you would kind of see it, but
Right.
not really. But like it would be there. That way, it's like it never like really attacks, but you're just like, oh my
Like
god, like
the,
Like the
This-
tension of
the
it.
helplessness
the,
of knowing you're in
Yeah.
a confined space and you're in its territory. If it decides to do anything, you're down and you're done. Bye-bye.
those Kraken scenes in the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yeah.
Those are scary.
Oh yeah,
They're really
those
good.
are
and
those
they're
are
actually
terrifying.
really the way they like build up the suspense and
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah. The one thing, like I don't know what it is, something about like massive sea monsters. When you do that stereotypical thing where it's like you can't tell what you're looking at because it's so massive in scale that it's like you're looking really close up at a certain portion, so it's ambiguous, and then you just get that eye. It's like that instant connection where it's like it sees you and it wants you, and you're like, oh god, like it's just intense, and I love it. I built a
Creepy.
connection over it. I'd be Aquaman just for that.
You know, that's actually,
Yeah, but they don't actually exist. I don't think Aquaman.
or
would-
do they?
In my world.
We don't know what's in the ocean. We
That's
don't
why
why
actually
they're
know
called,
what's in the
why they're
ocean.
called mystical.
That's
creatures.
true. We don't know.
Yeah, Cal. Cal was going to keep it realistic, and he's just going to like throw out something like, well, "I honestly think a scientist with a 5.6 GPA or higher is quite mystical to me." I'm just like, no,
You can't have
No.
a 5
Well,
point-
yeah, you can't have a five.
Like how would you
not Until now.
My God.
Is that low standards for them? I feel like it is now.
No, 4.0 is the
4.0 is
highest.
the highest you
Yeah,
can
so
go.
this
Yeah,
guy's
like, you
mystical
can't-
because he's exceeded.
Yeah, he is mystical now.
Yeah.
That's a wizard.
Yeah, that's a wizard.
That's
You're
a
wizard,
non-existent
Harry.
person.
Yeah.
My God.
He can levitate.
Cal, do
balloons
you
with
have
his
any
mind.
creatures?
Yes, my favorite mythological creature is the Kerberos from Greek mythology, the guardian hellhound of Hades and
Oh, the
the
three-headed
Oh,
hellhound?
Cerberus?
Three-headed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
No
a
doubt,
good
no
one.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no
Oh.
doubt.
And I
Cool,
like,
cool, cool.
I love when other media will kind of take that and play with it, like in Harry Potter, Hagrid had one as a pet, Fluffy.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
Like-
I love the original, the original creature, but I love when they take it and use that base for something else in other media as well.
I mean, like the idea of like a three-headed dog that's just supposed to be like this vicious creature, and then he's just like, I'm just a
I mean,
dog, man.
Have you ever seen Cujo?
No, I haven't
No.
actually.
Not a good movie.
Yeah, probably not.
Like I know it's like a Stephen King book.
Yeah, it's about
Yes.
a Saint Bernard with rabies that goes crazy.
Completely ruined box office sales for Beethoven. How dare it?
Ooh, Is that it? That's such a simple concept.
Imagine
so
both
it's a-
those movies coming out at the same time, and then depending on the type of parent you are, it's like either I tell them I'm going to take them to that, and I show them Cujo.
No, it's about this woman who's like, she goes to take care of someone's dog or something, or their house sitting or something, and she gets there, and then the dog like gets bit by some kind of animal in the woods, comes back and has rabies, so she gets trapped in her car in their parking lot because she doesn't have she like locks herself in the car without the keys or something. I don't remember, but she's like has to like find a way to get out of there without getting killed by the dog.
Is it a serious movie?
I don't know. I saw it a long time ago.
Honestly, if you want to see a terrifying dog but still have a good time, watch The Sandlot.
Ooh, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was just like thinking like Cujo's just
It's
like
cute
Sandlot.
though.
Yeah.
It is.
When they aren't shooting it to look like a monster, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Sandlot was a weird movie.
They used an animatronic dog for a lot of those scenes.
Yeah, the
Really?
scene where like it goes over the fence and Jaws is its way up. I'm just like, I saw that and I saw the dog like at the end, the real one. I
No,
went,
like-
wait, he looks nothing like
No,
that.
like the scene where like it jumps over the fence and catches the ball.
That's what I just fucking said.
Oh,
I
Where have you
just
been?
fucking said that.
I thought you were talking about the one at the end where it like jumps over all the way.
Nope.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Not that at all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh
that's
my
where
gosh.
it looks like a monster.
I would honestly say like a griffin is one of my favorite.
Gryffindor.
It's literally just a giant bird lion thing. It's amazing. Also, new one, the nine-tailed fox spirit from like Japanese or like Korean lore.
Oh, Kitsune. Yeah.
Yeah, kitsune. I couldn't remember if it was because I'm pretty sure I wanted to call it like a kimiko, but I believe that's just a name. So kitsune, like the nine-tailed fox spirit, is just like
What does it do?
murders men after sex.
Huh. Nice.
What is
Like, it's literally just a spirit of revenge of like for like women. I'm just like, I like your backstory, and you seem like a pretty cool person just to hang out with. Like they just seem like fun people to hang out with.
Wait, what about that seems fun? You want to get killed after doing the deed?
I mean, you're already
No,
ready
I
to
just
go
I
after
just
that
want to like
point.
I just want to like
Josh is one of the victims. He's walking out like, yeah, good fucking night.
Get my head ripped off.
Just like
Yeah.
I just like how it's been portrayed in like two things that I've like seen lately. I think it was Love, Sex, and Robots, or like that was like one of my favorite stories from that. And then in Lovecraft Country, they have one, and it was like a really cool and interesting like thing to like learn about and like just a different culture's like mystical beast. I don't know. It was interesting to me.
Yeah, in Japan they have, well, they call them the yokai, like all the different creatures and demons. They just have the word yokai for all of them. And
Oh.
they have like hundreds of them, and a lot of them are really
Yeah.
interesting. And some of
They're,
them
like,
are
really
like
cool.
not interesting at all. Some of them are super mundane, like they'll just hang like lamps up, and the lamps are like possessed by little fire people. But you know, some of them are
Even
like
that,
big.
that's kind of cool.
It is cool. Like it's just a fun culture. It's like
Yeah.
they don't actually believe these yokai exist, but they kind of play along as if they do, which is just really fun.
I kind of wish that like more people would do that and just be like, yeah, don't go out in the woods after dark. Like fairies will like steal your children.
Yeah, that's how I feel about ghosts. Like I feel like it's fun to believe in ghosts.
Exactly.
And I am willing to play along with it. You know, I think it's fun.
What
But
about
truth be told, I don't believe it.
what about Krampus?
Krampus is awesome.
Krampus?
Krampus is really cool.
I don't actually know that much about Krampus. I don't know where.
I think I can summarize it into I think it's a German Santa Claus. Like,
No.
He's like the opposite of Santa Claus.
I know, but I think it comes from German lore.
Yes, it
So
comes
it's
from
just
German lore.
it's Germans' idea of Santa Claus.
No, Germans still believe, they still believe in Santa Claus. Krampus is basically like instead of Santa giving you bad children coal.
Oh, I know. I get his
like he just
story,
like sends Krampus, and Krampus just like kidnaps his children and like beats them with like switches. And
gotta
like
give 'em
and then just like
switches?
leaves them and just
I like a
hey,
branch.
next year you better be good. Or I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yeah.
I just like how like the Germans are the ones that like just have like these like in order to keep their children in line, they're just like we have this guy that's literally gonna either kill you or like maim you or like peel your face off and eat your face skin. So make sure you wash your hands. But they'll say it in German, you know. So
Those
like, it's
Germans are
aggressive.
strict.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to visit Germany one of these days.
I
Seems
know.
like a nice
There's so many
place.
places I want to go.
I will say, have no interest in going to Russia.
I
Like,
would do it. I would
feel like
do
it's
it.
just a lot
like,
of tall,
I don't
square,
know
gray
why.
buildings.
Like it just seems like a very landlocked like place where it's just like very cold and like not a
I
lot
love
of like
the cold.
I do too, but like I feel like Russia cold is different from like every other cold in the world.
Russians.
Well, they
feel
have those
different.
hats.
Ooh, they do have those hats. I do like those hats.
So they're saved.
You know what? You're right.
And also, how does Russia have the biggest like surface area in the world? And I feel like nothing really goes on there. Like I never hear
Because
anything.
it's just like, yeah, like it's just
There's
like
not that many people there.
It's just very unfortunate. Like, look at all this space we have.
But it's cold.
I gotta say, when Greg, you brought up a griffin, I was immediately thinking of a hippogriff. So I was gonna ask what's the difference between them, but then I Googled it and I found this graph, and it's funny because it just says
One of them
Griffin
has a
and-
penis and one of them
no,
doesn't.
it just says griffin lion's ass.
I don't know, Cal. I'm sorry.
Hippogriff horse's ass, and then it just says just check the ass.
Just check the ass.
It's true.
Just check. So, I
Also,
can't tell if that's a
Perfect. Hold on.
hippogriff or a
That is a
griffin.
perfect scene in a movie with all of us going on an adventure against mystical creatures, and then this exact conversation comes up, and it's like we just got to check the ass, and Josh is like, "I may be of assistance." And
Josh
just
just
get
comes in. I got this, guys.
I get kicked by horse
Horse
feet.
kicked. And
I
all of a
want
sudden,
to
like,
say,
no, hon, he gets pile drive. You get pile drived in the head with a hoof, and we all come over to your side, and we pick you up, and you're like bleeding. A
Hippogriff.
couple teeth come out, and I just go, I'm like, oh my god, Josh, like you, and it's snapping, and you're like, oh, what would happen? I'm like, Josh, you okay? And all of a sudden, I just go, could you tell? See it clear enough. Like, I think I have a
hippogriff?
concussion. Fight through it. What did you see?
Oh my goodness.
I think
Also,
I'm dying.
Also,
Tell us.
one creature I want to throw into the mix is a mermaid. Mermaids are cool,
Not really.
Wait, what kind of
like
mermaid?
the savage type mermaids.
Okay, because I was like, are we talking like
Not
Disney mermaid or like?
not redhead Ariel mermaid? I'm
Okay.
No,
talking,
he's
like,
talking
the
about
ones,
suction cups on the hands. Just
the ones that look like they could eat you.
Those are cool. Those are
I will
actually
say
like
this.
really cool.
So
I don't know if it was fake or not. It's pretty possible it could have been, but I remember it kind of made me wonder a little bit. There was like a submarine, like these guys were in this like cockpit, and they were like looking out of the clear window, and they were like deep into dark sea water, and they could only see so far in front of them, and they had this
I'm already
radar on. They're
terrified.
getting this screeching noise, and they don't know what it is. And at one point, and the guy's like sitting there recording, and all the dudes turn and look at the guy with the camera, and they're like what is that? And as they say it, on the side of the window a hand comes up and pops onto the window, and it like leers into fuck, I don't even have words. That leers into wherever they're sitting. They're whatever they're doing.
The window.
There's a split second. It looks at them, and all you see is a pale, bald, like fish, like humanoid face with blackest of eyes, and it sees them and immediately swims off.
What is this? Is this a movie?
No, it was like supposedly a real like life captured.
There's no way.
mermaid.
There's no way.
Like I believe, I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake, but how like I was just like, dang, that is creepy.
Cool.
If that's real. Like, oh my god.
That's really cool.
Ooh, just thinking about it gives me the chills.
I want mermaids to exist now.
Camera captures mermaid on submarine.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
it, Josh. Josh is going to edit this video, so he'll play it right now. And welcome back. Wasn't it scary?
I mean, he could probably put like the 5 seconds of like the
Yeah,
hand.
literally the moment you can pop in there.
Oh,
But wasn't that
jeez.
creepy?
That's
You
creepy.
decide and let us know in the comments down below. Plus,
That's creepy. So, third question.
Yeah.
What video game would you like to live in as an NPC?
ooh, Witcher.
NPC.
Really?
Wait,
I like.
wait. Define NPC. Define like how limited NPC is.
non-playable.
I know what NPC means, but like, does that mean you're limited to a script of you go outside your house and chop a tree and go back inside your house, or does it mean you
just
can do
like,
anything in that world? You're just not the hero.
Yeah, you're just living like a normal life. Like you can't get to like the
Oh,
level of
that's
the
boring.
hero, but
I
like
can
you're just
try.
like, but you're just like, if there's like magic in the world, like you can use it, but you just wouldn't be that good at it. Like you'd just be a regular guy.
Well, then I take back The Witcher, because the only way that is fun is if I'm able to do all that cool stuff and slaughter anything I feel like. So,
No, you can still. I mean, I honestly could not get through The Witcher. Like,
dude, it's such a captivating world. Oh my god!
It is ever like I love the world, but like I just could not get into the game.
Also,
Like,
it
I
just
don't
seems
know
like
why.
everything mystical is bad in some way. Like there's never like a good pure thing in that world. It's always like it's just like the nicest like story tale like that they have. Then you go and you meet it in real life, and it's like gruesome and disgusting. It's like I eat children because they sneeze. Like it's like like they just like get left turn completely. And if they ever do throw somebody in the mix that's like actually kind of good, it's like they got some darkness to them and stuff. It's like it's never happened. But that's fine. I'm all right with that.
But you want to live in that world?
I mean, it'd be cool if I could
What if-
guarantee that I'd be good enough that like no one would fuck with me. Then like
Okay.
I'd be in.
Travis, I just want to, for the record, we'll go circle back to the mermaid real quick. There's no way this is real. This looks fake.
I'm just saying. I mean,
It's
you're
cool,
a poor
though.
judge. of
This
character.
hand looks fake, and this face looks fake.
Well, you put it up in the video so they can make the judgment for
All
themselves.
right, fine, I will.
You'll know exactly where, and we'll know if you actually decided to edit.
Jesus Christ.
Just saying. Just saying.
So you want to be in the world of The Witcher with?
Well, I
Right.
can't think of any other one because like now with the whole NPC thing, it's just like I don't know how I can make it because The Witcher's only fun if you can like go on adventures and kill shit because there's all there is bad shit to like kill, it feels like. But if you're just someone who's like naturally living there, then now you're like I'm trying to survive, and every time I go out my front door there's somebody trying to like maim me, like
But you could
now
be
I
like
don't-
a hunter. You just couldn't be
Yeah.
the Witcher.
And like the hunters, like they could use magic and like swords and stuff.
the only
Yeah.
other one I can think of is like God of War, but then that one's like all the
Oh,
gods. are
you'd be
just
screwed in
assholes.
that. In
Oh, yeah,
that
all-
That's
world.
like
I
You don't
would
want to
l-
live in that world.
I would
that's just a
literally
life
probably
of suffering.
Yeah.
For me, I'm thinking I'd probably want to live in Pokemon because even as an NPC, you could
You
still
would.
like just catch Pokemon and just chill with them. Like you don't
Right?
have to go and become the champion to enjoy living in the Pokemon world.
Cal has an afternoon where he runs out of the forest like, guys, and he pulls out a Pokeball. It's like, I caught one. This one kills you if it sneezes. I'm like, and
Not
then
in
they're like,
Pokemon.
really? And you're like, I thought it was cool.
Also, I actually just thought of this. If you're an NPC in a game, you could still get like married to another NPC, right?
yeah.
So I get those Pokemon anime girls, dude. It's on
It's
top.
over. It's
Pokemon's
over.
a great choice. I'm
He's done
sticking with it.
See, that was my choice too. Like
Ooh.
Pokemon, like you get to like if I can just go out into the world and catch an Arcanine and a Rapidash, like I'm set. Like I don't
Yeah,
need a
dude.
Mewtwo or like a Mew. Like I'm
Yeah, you don't need
If
to
it
do the gym
if it's not
challenge.
The Witcher for realistic, like just always on like a harsh adventure, it would be Dragon Ball Z just because even fat people look muscular.
Ooh.
And I'd be like, look at me. Ugh. I'm so
but, like,
fit but out of shape.
I feel like Dragon Ball Z also like you kind of like you. I feel like that world is in too much danger for me to like comfortably live in it. Just because like the whole like Boo saga, the whole Cell saga, like there are gods trying to destroy the world because Goku is too strong.
Yeah.
Like too many people come to your Earth looking for Goku, and you don't even know this guy.
Yeah, but they've never just played it off appropriately. Everybody immediately panics. You just got to be the guy that's like, I don't know. And they'll be like, this guy really doesn't know. I can tell. All right, let's go over here. Hey, you, lady. And they're like, wait. And there's like, she looks scared. She's hiding something.
Of course, that's what it is. She's hiding something because she's scared. That's not how that works.
No.
I would want to be in Star Trek.
But that's, I guess they have made games. So I
Yeah,
guess
they
it
have.
counts.
I don't know. Like Star Trek has always been boring.
Well, hold on. If
to
this is the
me.
case, then yeah, Star Wars, hands down. Hold on, Star Wars. I don't know why I didn't think of it the first time. Star Wars.
Yeah,
Well,
but like
Greg
what?
specifically asked what game.
Well,
so, like,
then Knights of the Old Republic,
okay, there you go.
the second
That's
one.
fair.
I haven't played Knights of the Old Republic, but I'm pretty sure like if you're an NPC, like how often do you run into NPCs with like force powers
But here's the
and
thing:
like lightsabers?
NPCs can be anybody because like you could be. It's like a mission where like you're at the Jedi Temple. All those Jedi are NPCs. I could choose to be whatever the fuck I want,
Okay,
and it'd be fun. And there's always stories to tell. There's always people to meet. You can always do crap. Like there's nothing boring about Star Wars.
Honestly,
Okay.
the game hasn't come out yet, but I'm sure it's going to be good. I want to live in the cyberpunk world.
I don't.
I
That
was
would be a
thinking
horrible
that,
place.
but like
That'd be cool.
that seems like too much.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that seems like
dude.
way
I'm,
too much.
I'm ready. I'm
You
Josh,
ready.
couldn't even sleep.
Josh,
Right?
Like,
you would get taken advantage of.
wait,
That's
in what
how
way?
bad. That's how weak you are, and how harsh that
Wait,
world is.
but
Do
no,
not
like-
do that to yourself.
I
like
have Keanu to protect me.
He's
but
not
like
going to.
But like the
Why
thing
would
is, like,
he?
Josh could get like so many like body augmentations that like he's
Yeah.
just a badass.
He'll just turn into like that one boss that like is super cocky, and then you just kind of like vault over him and shoot him in the back until he's like and then he dies being an asshole. Like there's no winning.
Yeah,
in that.
but
thing-
at least I
Yeah,
can
but
say
those-
I have that.
Those bosses
Have
are,
what? You were a dick. That could
Yeah, but
extend
those
your
bosses
hand
are,
like
like,
2
hard
extra
to-
feet to shoot a
Yeah.
pebble at somebody. Like what's wrong with you?
Why
The
a
thing
pebble?
about the cyberpunk world is no matter how strong you get, no matter how high you get, there's always going to be people like out to get you. So it's like you can never reach that
Yeah.
state where
All
you're
right, then I-
safe and
then
like happy.
You're living in a
right,
dark
that's why
world
I
where
would
you
want
have
it.
to
You
look
know
over your
what?
shoulder every 2 seconds.
All right,
I
let's
mean,
go.
same with Star Wars.
I'm gonna go a
too.
different route then. I'm gonna live in Animal Crossing, and I'm gonna have a nice little house and a little farm, and that's
would
it.
you? Hey Josh, would you wife one of those animals or no?
No, because I'm not. No, no.
He's just sitting out there like talking to his pig going like, yeah, Betsy, it's going to be a cold one this year. And all of a sudden the hero comes by. He's like, oh shit, all right, look cool.
The hero of Animal Crossing?
Oh, I thought you were talking about him just being a farmer in some realm, and he just
Can I,
married
no,
a
I'll
pig.
I'll be what's his name? Tom Nook.
Oh, why do you want to be the worst?
I don't know.
Like, why do you want to be
I'll
the
have-
absolute
Well,
have
worst?
money.
he has 2 kids, so I guess he
I have-
wants something.
I
going
have.
on.
Yeah, who also suck.
I have.
They bully each other.
Yeah, but I have money.
Yeah, Tom Nook he's got money.
He has money,
I have
but like
no idea
he's
what we're
like the
talking about.
shadiest, like most terrible person ever.
Is this Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Animal Crossing is
I live
nice.
I live in Bug Snacks World. I don't know.
What's that?
Some new game. It looks
I don't-
Stupid. It's that game with all the bugs. Do you remember?
People are so hyped about that game, and I don't understand why. Like,
Never
I
heard of
don't
this.
get it. Like, I like the fact that like a band that I like, KKB, wrote the like new theme for it. But other than that, I'm just like, what is this game? Like, is it for children? Is it for like adults? Is it for teenagers? Like, who is your target audience?
To be honestly, though, in all seriousness, I think the world I'd actually want to live in is God of War.
What do we?
But like,
What are you
it's
doing?
so
You're definitely
painful.
going to get raped in that world.
Ooh, Travis.
I'm just
No.
saying, those gods, they do whatever they want with those people.
I can be a god.
Oh no, you can't.
No,
That is not the rule here.
No, that's
That
not.
is not.
You
Oh
can't
no,
just
you
elevate
cannot.
yourself to
I
a
can be a
god.
god. Why not?
And we're talking
can't just
NPC level.
elevate
Like you're one
yourself
of the
there.
random people like
But
off to the side.
I can't be like the
No,
villain.
because they play a major part in the story.
But
That's
he's
not
not-
NPC.
That's too
John.
much of a story.
I don't like this
you affect
question.
the story too much.
You think too
I love
highly
it.
of yourself for this question. Like, no,
I don't want that. By that logic, you can just be anyone. I could just be myself.
Yeah,
What's the fun in that?
exactly. That's what
That's
makes
why-
it different.
then,
It's
you know what?
basically
That's why I
what
picked
world,
Pokemon.
I'll
as
be
yourself, what
you know
world
what?
are you living?
I'm gonna live in.
willing to
I'm gonna live in Uncharted world, and then at some point Nathan Drake will run past me and shoot.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll close it.
All right, what's number 4?
Number 4. If immortality was a thing, would you do it?
Yes.
Really?
Stipulation. Is there any way out at all?
Okay, so
No,
before
it's just like immortality. Like you're here
answers-
forever.
that answers my question because I've actually talked about this. I think with Cal too, I would
Yeah,
only
yeah,
do
we talked about
immortality
this
if
before.
I knew there was a way out. Like if I knew like I could be immortal, but like and then they're like the only way you can die, the only way you can is if like you eat this like mystical rock. I'm like, all right, I'll hold on to that for a rainy day. And then you know,
Okay, but Greg, I have there's only one reason why I wouldn't, right? And that's because one day, like the sun is going to burn out or the earth is going to explode, and that would mean I'd just be floating through space for infinity.
Cal, you're gonna
Yeah.
literally be kind of like
So-
frozen at your sockets, floating through space, going like living the dream.
So that's literally the only reason I wouldn't do it. If the immortality would end when like there was
Humanity
nothing
ended?
left,
Yeah.
when it ended, when humanity ended, I would take it.
Mhm.
I don't want to be floating through space for the vast majority of existence. That's the one reason I wouldn't take it.
But see, like at the point of when like the sun like explodes, like that's kind of where I would like want to. I feel like I would appreciate the immortality the most because I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, but then when it's over, it's like watching a fireworks show. After it's over, it's like, wow, that was cool. So what now?
yeah, and like that's the thing. Like it's just like the actual like floating through space, which is absolutely terrifying to
Yeah.
me. Like the idea of space is like horrifying to me. Like I do not like it. I never had an interest in going into space because like, well, mostly because of Alien, but like that's a different thing. But like the whole idea of just like a vast nothingness is like horrifying.
Dude,
Like
you can't even
it's
like
too big.
if you're floating in space, this doesn't even save you. It does nothing.
Yeah, because you're not hitting anything.
That's
Like,
what
it's just like,
we're told to believe.
ah.
Just swim. There's no swimming involved. You're screwed.
space
You're
is
Sandra
terrifying.
Bullock. You're Sandra Bullock at this point.
I hated that movie so much.
I love that movie.
Why?
No, we don't need to get into it.
No, I really want to know why.
He has no good reason.
I do have a good reason.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies that year.
Why?
I thought the way it was shot was amazing, and I thought it
Okay.
was technical perfection. I thought Sandra Bullock was great, and I thought it had a great character story and a good journey of survival.
Okay.
Josh, you wouldn't make it back.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
I
but you
just-
did.
Like I don't know. Like that movie was just like it was too much of just like happenstance and coincidence for me. It was just like no. Like he's back now. He's back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no.
Here's the thing,
Here's
though.
his ghost.
Here's the thing. The whole. I don't know if we moved to a different topic, so I apologize if we did. But like the whole like going into space thing and like coming back. Imagine that was such a journey. Like let's talk about Sandra Bullock. That was such a journey for her. And imagine, like, no matter how epic that is, I guarantee from the day she got back to Earth, 5 years from that exact point, she's just now turned that lady where she's like sitting there going like, I was in space once. And people are like, great, Sandy. I'm like, wait, it's a good story. I'm like, okay, great.
Okay.
And
Like,
What
it
to
just
say?
loses everything. She's like, the thing that made me special is not making me special anymore.
Oh my
Dang it.
God.
I got it. I'm gonna go back into space. But no, don't. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I think you guys are crazy. I would absolutely do it.
Go back
I would
into
not.
space.
No, immortality.
No. Well, you don't think things through, so I get that.
No, because here's the
Why?
here's no. First of all, I can give you multiple reasons. Number one, I can eat
Okay.
whatever I want and never get heart disease or diabetes and die.
you still get fat.
Ooh.
I don't
That's
care.
a terrible reason.
Yeah, but
Oh
like
my
you have,
God.
but like the thing is, like you have so much time to like, you can literally like be fat for like 20 years and then just be like, I'll work it off. It's
exactly.
fine.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
That's
well,
not
your
happening.
skin's
That's
not
not
going to
happening.
unstretch.
I got staples. It's fine.
Losing weight is just as difficult in real, whether you have immortality or not. You think that just because he can't die, he's going
Do
to
I
think in
have-
20 years he's going to be like, I can work this
Is it
off.
like the
No,
type
he's
of-
going to stay like that.
Is
He's
it
going to be
like-
like, great, I can't move,
So-
and it's going to be like this for the
Is
rest
it
of my life.
is it strictly just immortality? Like you cannot, or is it like Captain America, where it's like you don't
You do
can't
not get
consume
Captain
alcohol,
America.
you can't burn.
You do not get
burn
Captain
all
America.
fat,
No.
be like-
You
Not
do
Captain,
not get Captain America.
not Captain America, because like that's like too easy of a life.
We're
I
not
know,
giving
that's
you
why I
any
want it.
pros.
No,
it's just you cannot die.
Okay, I cannot die. Well, I'd still take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
You
burn
can
it off eventually.
You could still like, if you get hit by a car, like you're gonna get wrecked for a
Hell
second, but
yeah.
you're not gonna die from
Yeah.
it.
You know what? I'm gonna jump in front of a car.
It's not gonna be
But
like some
why?
Hancock stuff where you just stop it and get up like, ugh, ouch.
No, I
You
know, I
like
know.
it's not that.
I think not jump in front.
I
I'm
feel
going
like it would
to,
just be for the experience.
I'm going to attempt to like jump onto a moving car.
Like you can.
Here's my
The
question.
thing is,
Like,
I
you
can
can
do
live
all
life
these,
and
I can
just,
do
like,
all these things and
through
not
all the
Here's
experience.
Hunt. Here's actually a good question. Is it the type of immortality where you can't like get injured, or it's you can, but the only your heart and consciousness just never like stops? Because if that's the case, you could literally your body could just completely get destroyed, and you're just like a corpse that can't move, just like. Kill me. Like, you know, like what are we looking at here?
Yeah,
Because I feel like this is a genie question where it's like, I want to be immortal, and then you don't realize like, oh, my body's still dying though, but like my heart's
No,
going to continue going.
I feel like it's immortality. Like your body will like keep up with you. Like your heart will still be fine. Like your brain doesn't like slowly deteriorate over time. Like,
Okay.
it's just like you're immortal. You cannot die. You still feel pain when you get hit by cars and stuff.
When I'm
So
three-
feel
when
the
I'm-
pain, but no physical damage.
No.
So when I'm
Okay.
3,000 years old, I will still look like a gross, saggy old man, but I just won't die.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
But then
You'll
you'll be
look-
walking
No,
around
you
with a future. No, but
You
you
here's the thing.
age?
Yeah.
But
you
here's
age
the
with
thing,
this.
Josh. You're still
Still
gonna
doing
you're
it.
still gonna be walking around like saggy old man, going like, "Come on, hit me. I won't feel it." Or will I?
Even, here's the other thing. It's like you guys are even talking about this. It's like at the point where the sun's going to explode, I'm going to hop on a ship and I'm going to go up into space. I'm going to watch it explode from a distance and then sail my way over to another galaxy.
But
But what if we don't
know
have
how to
that yet?
get-
And I'm going to, it'll be a
What
long
if we
time.
don't know how to get
I'll
there?
explore black holes just like Matthew McConaughey did. And I'll probably
Ooh.
get lost
No.
in space forever.
You'll get
Here's
screwed
what I-
over.
here's
so
what I
badly.
find funny.
Nah, you're immortal.
He's got this plan, right? And say everything falls into place where it's like, oh, I got a ship. I'm taking off at the right time. Excellent. He's going to fuck up at the very first step where he gets out there and he sits there and he watches it. And as it explodes, he's like, wow. And he sees that like ray just scattering and like destroying everything. And he starts going, that's getting a little close. Oh, wait. You're not going to judge the distance right at all because you didn't realize how massive a star exploding would be. And then,
And
you're
then
going
the
to be,
ship's fried.
and then literally ship gone, you out there bruised up and old going, living the dream. Like,
That's what I'm afraid of. I would love to be immortal.
Wow, that came full circle.
that
I
part.
just had this like cartoon vision of just like this ship just exploding into a million pieces. It's like,
Well,
he's just in there.
fuck
Damn
that
it.
one up.
It's taking out everything. Everything.
sounds
I
like
did have
And
one
that's
more question.
why I don't want to be immortal.
I did
What
have
is
one
it?
more question,
is
but Josh said you talked about it already, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Movies that you were supposed to like, but didn't really like that much.
The Godfather.
Huh.
Oh,
Okay. Travis.
Apocalypse Now.
oh yeah. I
Ooh,
didn't like
that's
Apocalypse
that's
Now
a
either.
harsh one. I
Yeah,
really liked Apocalypse
I
Now.
love
It was
Apocalypse Now.
I didn't. I was so confused.
It was
And then,
fun.
and then when it got to the end where he's like slowly creeping up on Marlon Brando about to kill him, I'm like, just do it already. The
I
whole
love
2.5
that.
hours
Sounds
of
like
this.
you guys don't like Francis Ford Coppola.
Like
I guess
It's just.
not.
It's just.
I don't know who it is.
That's the guy who made both those movies.
Oh, well, there you go.
maybe you guys just don't like Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, he is kind of a
But
weird
he made
director.
he made the Godfather.
Godfather trilogy and
But the thing is,
Apocalypse
I
Now.
like the Godfather ones because in those something at least happens. That one is just like it's
Does
all
it?
this
Well,
weird stuff.
maybe once an hour something happens.
Does it?
I'm just very minute, but like with his movies. But like Apocalypse Now, definitely. Like I heard all about that and I went and I watched it. And after it was finally over, I was just like I get it's artistic, but
Very.
I don't like it.
Wait,
I
do you
wouldn't
have
watch
any
it
like?
again.
Do you have any like modern movies that you feel this way about?
I
'Cause
just
I have
saw
two.
I just saw The Witch, and I thought it was very well shot, but I didn't enjoy it.
Hmm.
You're not supposed
I
to.
can kind of
Well, no,
see
if
that.
It's
I
supposed
have to
make-
enjoy a movie, or else I don't
The
like
entire
it.
It's supposed
point
to
of
make you uncomfortable and disturbed, Cal.
But like you're supposed to still enjoy it. Like you can
Well,
you can still watch a horror
see,
movie and be
I-
like, I enjoyed that
Oh, I
experience.
enjoyed it in the sense that I love being uncomfortable and being disturbed.
Ah.
Well, that's a personal thing, and I think they did that well. It's just
That's not for you.
it's not for me. I don't like suspense. Okay,
Hmm.
and that's just a personal
Yeah,
taste.
you don't
I
like having your balls in
suspense.
a vice. I know.
I don't like having my balls in a vice.
Jeez.
I like stuff to be happening, and
Happy
The
or
Witch
happening?
happening. Like me and Travis kind of went over this. If we're watching, at least for a horror movie,
Hmm.
I want to see stuff happening. I want to see what the enemy looks like.
I want to
And
be
The Witch
held, I
doesn't-
want to be
Yeah.
dangled. I want to be dangled on a string until
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying The Witch because most people consider it, one of the greatest modern horror movies.
Hmm.
And I can see why they say that. It's beautifully shot. The writers obviously did their research because it's accurate to the times. The acting is good. The dialogue's good. It's just I didn't enjoy it at all because it was very suspenseful, but there was never any payoff. There was really nothing going on a lot of the time. So just
Yeah.
for me personally, I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay. Travis, do you have anything?
I don't have it. You know me, Greg. I'll watch movies, but like I
Mm.
never remember what I watched. Like when you have to ask me, I can't bring
Well-
I can't bring a single one of mine, let alone one I was like, I didn't like it.
Travis, you weren't a big fan of Midsummer, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Like I thought it was yeah, I knew exactly when I started watching it what was like what I was gonna experience and like what was kind of roughly gonna be the idea here, like what was gonna happen. And I was just like after it was over, I was like, yep, exactly. A bunch of weird, ambiguous shit that's just like
Yeah.
fucked up in some gory way, but then
Yeah.
also it's like, oh, I'm just like, okay,
All right.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's called a Josh movie.
Yeah.
Because
Greg,
it
have you
allows
seen-
Josh to make an opinion, and then everybody thinks you could be right, and he's like, yay.
That's fun.
Travis just needs facts and things.
I need real. I need
You
truth.
need real.
I just couldn't like what really like undersold it for me was again the scene where like there's like a cliff thing and somebody's standing up there.
That was
Like,
amazing.
Like sure it looks fine, but the fact that like I immediately like knew what they were gonna do. Like she's gonna look okay from this shot. She's gonna look at the camera. And it's saying that she's looking at the one girl in the crowd out of all of them as like this weird connection thing. And as I said it happened, I'm like, see, predictable.
Hmm.
I see it coming.
I don't think that makes it bad.
Interesting.
For me, it makes it a little bad because then it's like I know so much of the genre it's in. I know what they're going to do to the point where it's like I'm going to watch this and just see some kind of weird stuff and be confused at the end. And that's what happened. I was just like, yeah.
Were you at least surprised by how far they took it with the fall?
No, not really.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, like the second they hit, and all of a sudden now they got to finish them with the hammer. I'm like, I mean, all right, might as well. I mean,
Don't want him
he's
just
there.
sitting there.
I have the hammer.
Greg,
I
what
brought
about-
it for this.
What about you?
One that I feel like I'm just supposed to like is Get Out. I I really
That's an interesting way to introduce it here.
I'm supposed to like this apparently.
I'm supposed to like this. This is
I'm
supposed to
out.
be like everything.
I'm
Like,
actually on the same wave as you. I mean, I liked it. I just haven't. I saw it once and I haven't thought about it since.
yeah, I like. Granted, like I didn't see it when it came out. Like I just saw it like I think 2 months ago, and like I hadn't seen like any spoilers or like anything about the story at all. But I was just like, this is like this is like a wonderful movie for like filmmaking from a filmmaking standpoint. Like it's basically like a love letter to like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And like like the twists were like really cool and it was like really funny, but I was just like, man, I wanted to like this more. Like
Yeah.
I really wanted to like this
I liked,
more, but like
I liked Us
I
way more.
couldn't.
I was about to bring up Us. I actually, Greg, now that you said it, I think I felt that about Us when I watched it, because I watched it and was like, I don't have really any complaints. It was still a good movie, but like when I went in, I was like, this is a horror movie, so I'm expecting to get like a little scared. I want to see what kind of messed up stuff these people are going to do. But then I was just kind of underwhelmed. I liked what they kind of did towards the end, the little twist here and there and stuff. I was like, that's interesting, but overall, my expectations for what I thought I was going to experience, I was like, it felt like it undersold for me. The point was like, I mean, I don't mind it. It's definitely not in my list.
Yeah, like when I saw Get Out, I was just like, this is a good movie. Maybe I just didn't like it just because like I've lived through like some of those situations, so I'm just like, this is like, yeah, I get this.
So, like, did it
I
make you
get it.
uncomfortable?
There was one scene, the like actual like party scene like made me uncomfortable.
The black guy acting white, yeah, that creeped me out too.
Like the actual, because like it was, I would say like the way it was, like the way the entire like sequence like played out was just like, especially like when he got to like the when they got to like that famous scene where he like takes the picture and he just like snaps out of it a little
Yeah.
bit. And I'm just like, why is this so quiet now? Like what is happening? No.
There was a part when I watched that, and he was like acting like, you can tell from the ideas like he's a brainwashed guy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, whatever, at least from that moment before you get the rest of the information. But when he's acting like that, he's just like talking very like bland and stuff, and like, we have a hard time getting out of the house. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, in my head, I'm going, I'm not that bad. Like, how? I mean, like, take your shot, but man.
It's like, man, no, like that was
I'm just like, I've never chuckled like that. My laugh sounds like air out of a tire. Okay, get it right. Just
that movie, and also Crazy Rich Asians.
I didn't watch that, but you watched that?
I
like
did.
that. Is that considered a
did.
good movie?
Is it because
Yeah,
it is,
People
wait, hold on.
love that movie.
Does that have Keanu Reeves in it, or is that a different thing?
No,
Yes.
that's always be my maybe.
Yes, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
I absolutely love that movie. Like I will put that above like Crazy Rich Asians, like in any list. But like Crazy Rich Asians was just like a beautiful spectacle of like Chinese culture that you don't really get to see. Like the whole it's essentially like what the title is, like Crazy Rich Asians. Like you always see like historical Asia, but you never see like the new modern Asia. And then like also like the way it like mixed in like still having like Asian culture in this like hyper realized like crazy rich people world. But at the same time, it was just like, this is just Romeo, and this is kind of just like
This
Romeo
is a
and
rom-com,
Juliet.
a formulaic rom-com. That's why I didn't watch it. When I saw the trailer, it gave all the notes of stuff from early 2000s rom-coms. I'm like, I thought we were past this, guys.
Dude, they even did like the whole like running through the airport. Like,
oh my god,
they did the running through the airport, and I was just like, man, you're hitting.
And then
like,
and let me guess, there was like a moment.
notes.
There's like the moment where all of a sudden she's running, all of a sudden like the plane takes off. It's like no, and all of a sudden it's standing right behind her. It's like, I knew you'd come back. I'm like,
no, he was rich enough to stop that plane.
Oh, so
like, that was the
Damn.
twist, and I was just like, okay, I like that. But like, it was like I really liked it just because like I love seeing like different cultures and like learning about them and like learning like the little intricacies of them, and just like, oh, like this is fun. And I also just like the characters, like the characters were really fun, but like the movie as a whole, I was just like, I see why people really like this movie, but like, I don't know, man. Like it just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it
Greg,
for
did
me.
you see The Farewell?
The Farewell.
Great movie.
I did not.
Well, I feel like you would probably like that one a lot based on what you're telling, because do you know what it's about? Do you remember?
No.
It's about this girl. She's of Chinese descent, but she's completely American, living in, I want to say it was like New York or something. It was some city,
Yeah.
and she
Pretty much
finds
the
out.
same as like
Small girl,
Crazy
big
Rich
city,
Asians.
Yeah, but her grandmother. There's no like romance in it. Her grandmother has cancer, and her grandmother's a complete Chinese living still in China. And in Chinese culture, when someone old is sick, they don't tell them that they're sick because they want them to live their last days like worry free. So everyone knows that the grandmother's like about to die, except for the grandmother. So like they go back to
Huh.
China to see her, and it's just it's a really nice like family story about grief, but there's a lot of Chinese culture in a really, I want to say, genuine way. All the actors were actual Chinese people speaking
Yeah.
Chinese. So if you're into like kind of seeing the other cultures, I definitely recommend that movie.
Said it
And
was
it's
The
based
Farewell.
The Farewell, and it's based on
Okay.
a true story.
Interesting. Okay, I gotta watch that then. I
I
really gotta
recommend
watch
it.
that
Notice
because
how Cal thinks so little of me, he wouldn't dare recommend it to me.
would
No,
you
I
like the movie
recommended
like
it to
that?
Greg
I
because he
actually,
just
I actually,
specifically said.
I just think Travis, you would like it. To be honest,
I
I
might.
think you would like it. I don't think you would love it, but I think you would like it.
I
might.
like it a lot.
I might.
I might.
No, I'm definitely going to check that movie out then, because I like that's just something that I always really find interesting in movies. It's just like a very nice way to like get a window into like other people's cultures,
Yeah, I agree.
especially when they like bring in like the directors and the actors that are all from that culture,
Hmm.
and it just makes it like more authentic and real. So I will say Crazy Rich Asians, authentic, real, is just like not enough story for me. Like it was kind of just like more of just like, look at all this. And it was just like, all right.
Did they name drop the title where it's like she does something and they're like, wow, you're one crazy rich Asian. They're like, ah, he said it. Like, is it like one of those?
I don't think they did.
I think they did.
Ah,
Because Josh, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, remember when like the main character was talking to I think her name is like Aquafina?
Yeah.
And,
oh
like,
my
she
Oh
was-
my God! Wait, stop! It's Aquafina.
Yeah. Well, no,
she's the
a-
lead. She's the
no.
lead of The Farewell.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
What?
She's in Crazy Rich Asians as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the best friend character.
Yeah.
Well, she's the lead character in The Farewell.
She's awesome.
I love.
You should watch it, Greg.
Okay,
Gotta watch it.
I'm sold. I'm gonna watch this movie. No, but like I think she was like when like the lead character was just like, oh yeah, I'm dating like such and such. And she was like, oh wow, these people are like crazy rich agents. Like, Aquafina is like wonderful. I love her. She's just wonderful and everything. That's all the questions I had, though.
Well, that was
that's all the
good. That was
questions I had.
that was fun. I liked the.
that
rapid-
has been
I mean,
great.
it wasn't really rapid because we spoke for a long time, but
Greg,
Yeah, we
those
did.
were some of the best questions we've ever had in comparison to Josh's attempts. So thank you.
Oh my god.
Josh,
I
stick
like
with the game.
I like Josh's questions.
They're good.
Thank you.
Maybe if two other people could come up with things instead of making me do it every time.
Yeah, let me
Well-
feel the wrath.
well, we have to actually do the videos.
Yeah, you dumb. You like the spontaneity of it, all right? And I'm giving that to you.
Now, all you do is show up on a Zoom call when I send it to you once a week and talk.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
It's not easy, especially for someone like me. Maybe it's easy for Travis. Now, I don't even think it is because Travis is good at acting like he's the people man, but he doesn't actually like it. And
Yeah,
I'm the most extreme introvert you've ever met. So you
I've
know
seen
it's not
Travis
easy
at a
to
party.
meet.
He is not a people
Yeah,
person.
he has. Not my thing. There
And
have been
I'm right-
multiple times
I'm
when
right
someone
there with him.
tried to strike up a conversation, and it's a lot of me going, "Cool."
Oh my god, like I just remember like the last party, not the last one, but maybe like a one before that. Like you were just
I
like
hated that.
you were just like sitting out like on the deck while I was trying to like pull people out so we can leave. And like I keep coming back and like people are like really trying to have a conversation with you. And you're just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, why? What?
I
What
was
is the
so
scenario?
fucking exhausted of the semester. I was sitting in
It
a
was
chair
done.
around a bunch of people dancing, and in my head I'm like, I would have much preferred a nice dinner with all of us, and then I'd be home right now getting ready to go to sleep. I'm
Did
so
we?
tired.
I don't
We
even.
didn't. We didn't.
Did we not do dinner that time?
I know. I think we went straight to that thing. I'm just
Why
like,
did we
oh,
do
wait.
that? We usually go to dinner.
we did
You
dinner. I
never
don't know.
take me to dinner.
I can't afford that.
Oh.
That is a
Your
lot.
tastes are too
Oh, I
expensive.
get it. No, that's not what he meant.
You meant because I'm fat.
Because I'm fat. Josh, both of us can't eat together. That's too much.
But we have.
I've restrained myself.
We
But you,
both got 2 massive bowls of rice and sushi.
where?
I remember
Ooh.
that. I was there.
Oh, at that
rice.
place. Yeah,
The 4 of us still need to go out,
that's true.
I want some rice.
and someone should take us home.
That's you.
Does it have to be me?
It is. I bring them in so you can like that. Look, I bring them into this world so you can take them out. All right, that's the job. I lure, you execute. Now execute that. Execute.
And I guess I'll do it. And
66.
thank you for joining us for another edition of Lasting Insight.
Sights.
As always, we appreciate your company. Let us
Uh-huh.
know what you thought.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it's kind of tough with all the rapid fire questions. Travis, can you think of anything we can ask our viewers to comment down below for this time?
Oh my goodness. Just play this video back and get an answer for all these questions that we had, and let us know down in the comments what you thought. And if you can't remember, watch it again, because guess what? That's extra views for us. Thanks, 10 people who watch this. Easy.
I love the 10 people that watch this.
If not one question made you ponder for a minute, were you really watching? Come on. Come on.
And
man.
we'll see all 10 of you next week.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Love it.
And good night.
Make sure to follow us on all forms of social media at Lasting Light Media. Why do I got to do this part? You kidding me, Cal? Are you f***ing kidding me?
What are you looking at?
I don't like when Dad gets angry.
I don't like it either. But yeah, we're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And if you're on Twitter, make sure to follow Josh Needle, where you can hear his horrible rants.
What?
I got you, Josh. Don't you worry.
What horrible rants is Josh going on?
He makes political statements, and I don't want to hear them or
the
see
world
them.
needs those sometimes, man.
Not from this guy. Anyway, thank you for watching another episode of Lasting Insight. This is just a group of misfits just trying to do the best with what they can, but we'll check you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.